Have you ever wondered why you are posting your heart out on Instagram? You're being consistent, you show up every day, but your dream clients are still not buying. Today, I want to talk to you about why the most popular social media advice could potentially be sabotaging your sales and what to do instead. I want to share one of my clients with you. And her name is Katrine. She is a former Rising Star client. So she's been on my program called Rising Star. And she messaged me the other day and she wanted to celebrate a big win with me. And she told me that she had her very, very first $20,000 month, which is, I'm so proud of her. It is a huge milestone. I actually was trying to convince her to share her whole story here on the podcast. And I think she's going to do it. Like, I cross my fingers. I really think she's going to do it. And if she does, you can look forward to such a nice conversation because she's an amazing person. But anyway, I am allowed to share her story with you, a little bit of her story today. Because when she came to me, she's a physiotherapist and she wanted to be online. And the reason why she wanted to be online was because she have a husband and two boys. They live in the countryside. She loves being in her garden. And she's also sensitive. You know, she can't hustle all the time. She needs her downtime. She needs to rest. She needs to do things that actually lights her up. And at the same time, she could see, okay, online could actually work for me. I could create the life that I really want, being more at home. My kids could be more home from school. So what she did was she followed the most popular advice. She created an Instagram account and she started to post. And she got really good at creating content, and she still is. There was really, really great content. But when she came to me, she was kind of exhausted and also overwhelmed because she was pouring a lot of energy into creating content, a lot of energy. And there was not a lot of clients coming out from that. So she was kind of connecting the dots and we're like, if I have to create an online business and I need to post this much and I need to create this much content, I really need to work hard to make money. And she was frustrated, you know. She was like looking at this dream and could see it almost falling apart, right? What I teach in Rising Star and what I also taught Katrine here is something I call the visibility trap. So the visibility trap is when we buy into the premises that online business is all about visibility. And it's not. Because visibility is one pillar in running an online business, and it's not even the most important pillar. The most important pillar is your sales, and your visibility is a great supporting function for your sales, but it is definitely not what is going to give you clients. So the problem with visibility, and especially on social media, is that the algorithm rewards consistency. But consistency alone is not going to build trust in your audience, and it's not going to create buying desire with your followers. So most people on Instagram, any social media, are there for the entertainment. They're there for the free content and not because they want to purchase something. They want to be entertained. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is that it won't get you clients necessarily. So maybe just take a few minutes here and think about what was the real purpose of your last 3 posts? Was it actually to give something? Was it to connect? Or was it to sell? Because most content on social media is not about selling, and it's not about driving that conversion. It's about entertaining. It's about creating visibility and not sales. So take a look at the 5 last posts you created for social media and note down did they have a call to action that was really clear, that was leading them to the next step on your journey, the next step for selling? Was it leading them into like writing you a DM to learn more about your programs? Or was it leading them to getting to your newsletter, your email list, to learn more about your programs or your services? And did they address a real problem of their dream, of your dream client? Did it address the big pain point your dream client has, so they understand that you actually solve that problem? The real problem here is that posting is not sales, and visibility doesn't equal selling. When we want to drive sales, we have to create what is called a sales funnel. So we have to create this step-by-step funnel of leading them from, for example, a post into your email list, into an automated email sequence where they buy a product from you. That's how you drive sales from social media. And you can only do that if you know who is your client, what is their real problem, and what is the messaging that are authentic to you, of course. But what's the messaging that moves people toward a transformation, towards solving their problem and becoming that version of themselves that do not have that problem anymore. So back to Katrine. What happened when she started to using content on social media that actually converts people into taking action instead of just entertaining them? So what happened was that she got people into her newsletter. And from those newsletters, from that email list, she started to convert people from followers to actual buyers, because she learned how to sell on her email list. Instead of constantly posting, constantly on the lookout for how can I get most likes, how can I be consistent on social media, she actually was really strategic about when to use social media and for what, and to drive that traffic and those people that are following her on social media into her email list, so she could actually sell to them and get clients. Completely transformed her business from a business with, few clients, but also very inconsistent sales, like something you can't really live off. Sales that are inconsistent, where they need to be consistent for you to have like a sustainable, but also a safe foundation to live your life off, right? So she moved from that into a business that is consistent, $10,000 consistent income every single month, right? And her first $20,000 month. I mean, it's incredible. And that was mainly from understanding this exact concept. When Catherine came to me, she was, of course, looking for that consistent income, right? But she was also looking for a way to avoid burning out and avoid giving up. We talked about this a lot here on the Blue Sofa, that those are like the two main things that are stopping people essentially. Like, we don't want to burn out and we don't want to have this creative overload, so we give up, right? So when she came to me, she almost had a burnout from the content, right? Because she resented content creating so much. Not because she was bad at it, but because this energy of trying to show up every day was just incredible draining. And showing up and consistency becomes toxic when it's forced, and you disconnect from your own energy and also from the strategy that's actually going to lead you to results, right? Your nervous system is going to be asking questions like, okay, if I have to push through and force myself every day to be creative, to create content, is this what I really want? Because it becomes so exhausting and it becomes a hustle, right? You move straight into hustle mode. And then it will become a block. You want to have a business, you're trying to fit into the whole paradigm of posting every day, being consistent, but your nervous system is just saying, no, it's too much, it's too hard. And this is where I want to give you a little bit of a mindset reframe here. So if you do not have consistent $10,000 revenue every single month, you do not have to post consistently on Instagram yet. It's not necessary for making money. Instead, what you want to do is take that energy and pour that into selling, into creating products and actually selling your products, and doing it in a way that's super aligned with you. I mean, just the block and the hustle mode of constantly creating content can be so incredibly draining to our body that we almost tense up every time we talk about posting content, right? And if you feel the same way, then please give yourself a permission. Give yourself a permission to feel into what is this actually telling you. Maybe it's not your style. Maybe it's not aligned for you to post every day on social media. Maybe this is not where you need to be consistent. So I wanna invite you to reframe what it means to be consistent, because consistency is only a good idea if you apply it where you intentionally want to grow. If you, for example, intentionally want to grow your Instagram because you want more followers, then it's great to be consistent there. But if you do not have 10,000 a month yet, and then I will invite you to intentionally use time on your sales funnels instead and grow that and be consistent in growing your sales instead of growing your visibility. Because consistency works only when it's sustainable and when it's regulated and when it's anchored in a strategy that's actually gonna bring in you the money to support your lifestyle. If you're consistent in places that does not give you what you want, it's a little bit like you're painting your house blue, but you actually want it to be red. And you're questioning yourself. You're like, I did all the work, I showed up every day, but now my house is red instead of blue. I don't get it. And that is exactly the pattern that we want to reframe here, right? So we intentionally use our energy on consistency in places that actually brings us the results that we really, really want. So let's move back to Catherine, because when she understood that, okay, my clients are not gonna come from social media, they're gonna come from my sales. What she did was that she started to create what we call a launch. A launch is where you have a campaign going from one date to another date. And she started doing that. So she created an online course. She would call in her dream clients in ads and on social media, share her amazing freebie, her amazing lead magnet, get them into her newsletter, and actually start selling. Throughout the next year, she started to hit consistent 10-figure months. And that's the power. That's the power of focusing your energy for your decision-ready clients. When we want to call in exactly those people, those decision-ready dream clients, we want to make sure that our strategic message is on point. And that's what changed more or less everything from Catherine, because she started to talk to exactly that person who have the problem that her products are solving. And she was talking to the problem. So she was starting to create ads and content that addressed exactly the transformation that her clients, the decision-ready dream clients, were looking for. So for example, if you are a physiotherapist like Catherine, and you created this amazing online course that helps people to release, for example, tension in their lower back, then of course you want to create some kind of freebie that actually calls in that person who want to purchase that kind of product. So instead of calling in everybody and say, oh, this product is, if you have any kind of pain, just come to me, I'm going to help you solve it. Then you'll get a lot of people in who are not the ideal client for the product. But instead, if you look at the product and you're like, okay, what is the big transformation for this product? Who is the perfect client and what problems are they experiencing right now? What problems are they looking for a solution for? And you narrow it down to, okay, I'm looking for people who have a pelvic floor that is not great and they have a lot of pain from that. And that's why they need this program to actually heal up their pelvic floor and release the pain so they're able to finally exercise again and get into the best shape of their lives. Then suddenly you have a very clear messaging. You have very clear messaging that are aimed exactly for the decision-ready dream clients because they address the exact problem that they are experiencing, and they're looking for a solution to actually solve this problem. So how do you get to that place where you know exactly, okay, I have this product, who's my dream client, what problem are they experiencing, what is the dream they are having, and how can I create strategic messaging around that exact transformation? Then I wanna guide you a little bit here. So imagine your dream clients. Who is your dream clients? What age? What problem are they searching for to solve today? Not a month from now, but today. What is the problem they're feeling right now? If you looked at this person over their shoulder and they were Googling a problem, what would they Google? If you sit next to them in the couch as their best friend, what are they crying about? What are they like so pained about that they just, it's so close to their heart and they are just really wishing and hoping for that to be changed? What is that? Because that is exactly the problem that will make them buy your product. So what I want to challenge you to do or invite you to do is to design one piece of content that directly calls out your dream client's buying problem this week, and try posting that, or try creating an ad from that leads into your freebie, or try writing to your email list about that and invite them into your freebie, or even invite them to book a call with you so you can help them solve that exact problem. The whole point here is that when you shift your content from generic, where you basically entertain, to transformational and problem-solving content, you start turning followers into clients. And people start to understand exactly what you're doing, exactly what you can help them to do to achieve, and they want to purchase from you, basically. So just to recap today, visibility without strategic messaging and strategic getting your followers to take action, contacting you, booking a call with you, getting them into your email list and selling to them is honestly a wasted effort. Consistency without intention and strategy behind leads to burnout, leads to overwhelm and frustration. And to get sales, your audience really needs to trust you, and they need to resonate with you, to feel your authentic you, so they resonate with you, and also to trust that your product is going to solve their problems. I hope today that you just take away one thing, and that is that building that business and that life that you really desire is 100% doable. You can 100% do it, but you need to look into where are you putting in effort. Are you putting in effort in the visibility trap? Are you using your consistency, like the energy of consistency? Are you pouring that into places that are not rewarding you with money and rewarding you with impact? Are you intentional about your content? Are you intentional about where you want your followers to go? So you intentionally know, this is the problem I'm solving. This is where I want to take them next. What do I want them to do? Do I want them to book a call with me? Do I want them to get on my email list so they can start? I can start introducing them to my products. All of those things are the foundation of your business. And I really hope that today inspired you to dive way more into that instead of just posting on social media. If you loved this episode, go to Instagram, DM me, and let me know what you take away from this episode. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to leave a review and share this with another female entrepreneur, I would love that too. If you want to learn more about my client attraction method and how to attract clients actually without posting on social media at all, if you don't want to do that, you can do it too, but you can also skip it completely. I have a full masterclass. It's called Copy My Client Attraction Method. It is completely free. It's around 1 hour where I teach you all the steps that you have to go through to create your own client attraction machine, basically. And it helped Catherine a lot. It helps all of my clients. I teach it to all of my clients because it's such an important part of freedom, of creating a sustainable business where you do not have to hustle for every single client. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Blue Sofa. Until next time, have an absolutely stunning day. See you.